We are back, ladies and gentlemen. Nick Menken back here with Splash Sports. Today is August 6, 2024. The recap on yesterday's performance. We had another winning day. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. 2-1 ended up green. That is all I care about, and we're going to continue having winning days on this show. And let's roll right into Tuesday's games. Remember, on this show, all we care about is the first 6 outs of the ball game. Plain and simple. A NRFI means no runs first inning, while a YRFI means yes runs first inning. But before I get into those plays, you know what to do. Smash that like button for me and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And don't forget, turn on that notification button. That way, every time I drop another video, you guys will be notified. All right, let's take a look here at Tuesday's games. Let's continue to have winning days on this show. Starting off with game number 1, we got the Tampa Bay Rays taking on the St. Louis Cardinals here. For the Tampa Bay Rays, they got Jeffrey Springs on the mound. He's 0-0 this season with only 3.2 innings of work. Does have an ERA under 5, sitting at a 4.91 here, 3 strikeouts and 2 earned runs for Springs on the season. He'll be matched up here in St. Louis versus their guy Sonny Gray. 10-6 on the season, 118 innings of work. Does have an ERA sitting at a 3.72, 147 strikeouts on 118 innings. He's clearly averaging a strikeout here per inning in 49 earned runs for Sonny Gray. Gray has not picked up a win in his last 3 starts. Last start being against the Chicago Cubs, where he went 7 innings of work, 5 hits, and 2 earned runs in that one. And then for Jeffrey Springs, on the other hand, he just coming off his first start of the season against the Marlins, going only 3.2 innings of work, 6 hits, and 2 earned runs. And those 2 earned runs came in the bottom of the first inning in his first start of the season. Already got the first start out of the way. I'm expecting Jeffrey Springs to bounce back after his last start. Got the jitters out. Now he's ready to go here. I think he will have a stronger start with this St. Louis Cardinals lineup than he did against that Miami Marlins team, even though the Miami Marlins offense is not good whatsoever. He just has to look out for Paul Goldschmidt here in the top of the order for the St. Louis Cardinals. I'm not worried about Sonny Gray. I think Jeffrey will get out of this bottom of the first inning. That is why in game number 1 between the Tampa Bay Rays and the St. Louis Cardinals, we are smacking the NRFI, no runs first inning. Let's roll into game number 2 between the Detroit Tigers and the Seattle Mariners here. For the Detroit Tigers, they'll have Montero on the mound. He's 1-5 this season with 43 innings of work. Does have a high end of an ERA, sitting at a 6.18, 34 strikeouts, under a strikeout here per inning, and 30 earned runs for Montero. He'll be matched up here in Seattle versus Luis Castillo, 9-10 on the season, 136 innings of work. Does have an ERA sitting at a 3.43, 130 strikeouts, just under a strikeout here per inning. And for Luis Castillo, has given up 52 earned runs on the season. Luis picked up his 9th win, though, in his last performance against the Boston Red Sox. Looked good. Went 6 innings of work, 6 hits, and 3 earned runs. Montero, on the other hand, picked up the loss against the Royals in his last outing, where he went 7 innings of work, 6 hits, and 4 earned runs. 3 out of the 4 earned runs came in the first inning there for Montero. Both of these teams are very average offensively. The Marlins right now are coming in 26th in all of MLB baseball in runs per game, while the Detroit Tigers are coming in 26th in the MLB in hits per game. This game is played in Seattle, where it is a pitcher's ballpark. I think Montero gets off to a better start than his previous start there, giving up 3 runs out of his 4 runs in the first inning in his last performance against the Kansas City Royals. He will have a bounce-back start, I believe, and Luis Castillo pitches his best baseball at home. That's why in game number 2 between the Detroit Tigers and the Seattle Mariners, we are also smacking the NRFI, no runs first inning. Let's take a look at our game number 3. Going back to LA, where the Phillies take on the Dodgers here. For the Phillies, they got Sanchez on the mound. He's 7-7, 120 innings pitched. Does have an ERA sitting at a 3.36 here, 98 strikeouts, and 45 earned runs for Sanchez on the season. He'll be matched up here in LA versus Clayton Kershaw. That is right, Clayton Kershaw taking the mound today. He's 0-1, 7.2 innings only on the season, clearly coming back from injury here. Has a higher end of an ERA, sitting at a 5.87, 6 Ks, and 5 earned runs. Like I said, Clayton did, though, pick up his first loss of the season in his start in his first start of the season. Against the San Diego Padres, he went 3.2 innings of work, 6 hits, and 3 earned runs. And same with Sanchez. Sanchez is coming off a loss also, but to the New York Yankees. 5.2 innings of work, 6 hits, and 6 earned runs. You look at what happened yesterday's ball game. The Dodgers ended up winning that ball game 5-3 against the Philadelphia Phillies. If the Phillies want to have a chance, Sanchez has to pitch his best baseball. I think he will come locked in. His last start was against the Yankees. It doesn't get any easier with this lineup for the Dodgers here. We'll see. And then Clayton Kershaw. Clayton Kershaw is going to have a bounce-back game. You know who he is. Every time he steps on the mound, he's going to compete. And he will have a bounce-back start, especially pitching back here at home than he did against the Padres. That's why in game number 3 between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Los Angeles Dodgers, we are also smacking the NRFI. No runs first inning. Could we have a clean sweep on the NRFIs? I got hopes for it. Game number 1 between the Tampa Bay Rays and the St. Louis Cardinals, we're smacking that NRFI. Game number 2 between the Detroit Tigers and the Seattle Mariners, we're also smacking the NRFI. And our third and final game between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Los Angeles Dodgers, we are also smacking the NRFI. No runs first inning. I believe in the NRFIs. I love the matchups here. And let's get it. Let's have another winning day. Remember, this is Nick Menken with Splash Sports. If you have not done so, smack that like button for me. Helps me out a ton, and it costs you guys none. Go follow me on X at Nick Menken for every single one of my plays. Best of luck, best bets, and let's have another winning day.